Hello my dear students of class 10. Welcome you back in my geography class. In the last video, we discussed about water as a resource and some facts and figure of water. That was the part 1. I have divided the chapter into certain parts. Today, we will start with the next part or the next topic, that is the problem of water scarcity. Now, as we know that water scarcity is becoming a larger issue globally. According to 2019 report by the World Economic Forum, they have listed water scarcity as one of the greatest global risks. Now, it is a major concern for all of the people living in the globe, the problem of water scarcity. Now, water scarcity has become a major concern globally. Now, let us know the definition of water scarcity. Now, what is water scarcity? It means lack of sufficient water resources to meet the demand of water usage within a region. It means the physical volume of water in a specific region. It can be also redefined as that volume of water in abundance or lack thereof fresh water resources. Now, this problem of water scarcity is a problem which is caused by human beings. So we can say that it is a human driven issue. It can be also referred as the function to the volume of water consumption by human to relates to the volume of water resources in a region. Now, water scarcity is becoming a major issue. We can see that around 1.8 million people are facing water scarcity. Now, what are the causes of water scarcity? Mainly, water scarcity are caused by over exploitation of water resources, unequal access to resources, also because of the variation in seasonal and annual precipitation. So water scarcity is caused mainly by the overexploitation of water resources, unequal access to resources, variation in seasonal and annual precipitation. Now, according to Falkenmark, a Swedish expert, water stress. Now, what is water stress? We will come to the definition. Water stress occurs when water availability is between 1000 and 1600 meters per person per year. Now, what is water stress? Water stress means that when the demand of water exceeds than the available amount. That means there is a demand, water resources are available, but the demand is much more than the available resources. At that time, it is referred as water stress. It may be also that water is available, but the quality of water is poor. Due to the poor quality of water, it cannot be utilized. So in two ways, water stress can be defined. Number one, when the demand for the water exceeds the available amount during a certain period, or when poor quality of water restricts its use. Now, due to water stress, we can see that there will be deterioration in the fresh water which are stored in the aquifers. Now, what are the reasons for water stress? It can be caused by climatic change, 90% by industrial waste, 75% by pollution, 70% by urbanization, 65% by rainwater waste, 6.4% by sanitation, and 210 billion cubic meters depletion of groundwater. So water stress is caused by the climatic change, industrial waste, pollution, urbanization, rainwater waste, sanitation, and 210 billion depletion cubic meters of groundwater. According to the reports, 54% of the population are under water stress, and it is estimated that half of the people in the country, means half of the people in the globe, are under water stress. In 2011, India became a water stressed country. Most of the regions of our country is becoming water stressed, and it is estimated that by 2025 there will be a huge scarcity of water. Now, what is the relationship between water stress and water scarcity? Water stress is much broader and inclusive concept. It is much broader and inclusive concept. Water stress will lead to water scarcity. So when there will be water stress, there will be water scarcity. That means when the demand will exceed the availability of water resources, when the quality of water will be poor, that now it cannot be used, it will lead to water scarcity. That means where sufficient of water resources will not be there. So the first stage is the water stress, and this will lead to water scarcity. So I hope so all of you can understand how it is important for us to conserve the water resources. Now let us see that what are the causes of water scarcity. Now let us understand what are the causes of water scarcity. Now the water scarcity can be understood by two causes, quantitative cause and qualitative cause. Let us first know about the quantitative cause of water scarcity. The first quantitative cause, quantitative means quantity, that means amount of water resources which are available. So in terms of quantitative cause, the first one is increase in population. Now day by day, due to increase in population, that means we can say that we have a large population. Now this large population will exert more pressure on available water resources. So the large population will exert more pressure on available water resources. Climatic change which is closely related with population change will again affect or put pressure on water resources. Now, due to large population, as more pressure is exerted on the available resources, we can also see that due to large population, the demand of food crops increased. That means agriculture will be done on a larger scale. There will be intensive agriculture because to feed the increasing population, we need what? We need food. So how the food can be produced? With the help of agriculture. Due to demand of food crops increased, we can see that it will lead to the increase in the irrigational facilities. This again will in turn utilize more amount of water resources. Now, large population means they need water not only for their agriculture, not only for production, but also they need more amount of water for domestic purpose. They will use more energy resources, which will lead in overutilization of water. Now, due to increase in population, we will see that agriculture became commercial. So, commercialization of agriculture, which is again associated with population, increasing population. What happened after the Green Revolution is after the success of Green Revolution. Now the farmers, what they are doing? They are producing more crops, consumer crops, cash crops, and also food crops. Due to the Green Revolution, the farmers are producing more amount of crops. How? By utilizing the HYV seeds, chemical fertilizers, pesticides. All this will lead to depletion of ground water table. So maybe now we are self-sufficient in production of food grains, but maybe we are self-sufficient in food grains production as of now, but the excess production of crops are leading to depletion of groundwater, because as we are using HYV seeds, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, they need more amount of water. And more amount of water means depletion of groundwater table or depletion of groundwater resources. Now let us move ahead with the next cause of water scarcity. The third cause of water scarcity is urbanization. Now, after independence, that means post-independence, we can see that more urban centers or towns are created. Now, so with creation of more urban centers and towns, how the problem of water scarcity increase? Because you may question that, ma'am, cities consume a very small amount of water compared to agriculture, but cities are densely populated. Why? Because it is getting crowding. Day by day the cities are getting crowded, and due to this crowding it is leading to exerting pressure on existing resources. Why? Because a large number of people, they migrate from the rural to cities. So as they migrate, the number of people living in the cities are day by day increasing. They are migrating due to various reasons, because maybe for job, for education, for marriage, there can be many reasons, but it is leading to expansion of population in the cities. Now, due to crowding, due to creation of more urban centers, so more pressure is exerted on the existing resources. Now, the urban centers and towns, they creates their own water stress. How? By increasing the per capita water consumption. As more number of people are getting added in the cities, so the per capita water consumption of the cities are increasing, and they are also leading to unequal access to water resources. How? In cities, there are two sections of people, rich and poor. Now, the richer section, because of rising standard of living, the richer section of people, they are getting the water resources. What else they're doing? They are overutilizing the water resources for energy, and they use more water intensive goods. Think of the rich dwellers of the cities who live in complexes. They have private pump set. So with that, they can overutilize the water resources. Whereas for the poor, they are not getting adequate amount of water. Adequate amount of water is not available to them. Sanitation is a major problem. They are dependent on municipal water, and the supply of water is not regular, and also for just a few span of hour. So they are dependent on certain bucket of water for the entire day. Whereas the people, the rich people who are living in complexes, they are not bounded that they have to follow the schedule so that they can fetch water. They can get water anytime. So the water is available to them throughout the day. Whereas for the poor people, the water is not available throughout the day. So it is leading to a gap, leading to a division between the richer and the poor sections, because there is unequal access to water resources. Now, urbanization means modern lifestyle. As modern lifestyle, it demands more water for domestic purpose and also for energy consumption. So urbanization is creating a huge problem for water scarcity. So urbanization is regarded as one of the major cause of water scarcity, because day by day the urban centers are developing and the population of the urban centers are developing, and this is leading to exerting pressure on existing resources. Per capita water consumption is increasing. It is leading to unequal access to water resources between the richer and the poor section of people. Not only they need water for domestic purpose, but also they need water for more power generation or energy consumption. Now let us move ahead with the next cause of water scarcity. The next cause of water scarcity is industrialization. after independence, that means post-independence, we can see that not only urbanization has emerged, but also different industries are set up. Set up at large number or large scale. Now, industries are the heavy users of water. Why they are referred as heavy users of water? Because they use water not only for processing, but they use water for releasing their toxic products, or we can say chemical substances into the water bodies. So they utilize the water for processing, and also they release their toxic products, chemical substances, without treating them into the water bodies. Now, after the independence, we can see that a lot of MNCs, that is multinational companies, have been set up. Now, with the coming up of multinational companies, it has led to, again, the overutilization of water for processing, for releasing their toxic products, but also they are utilizing the water resources for generating power. Because for an industry to run, the most important factor is power. Now, the industries which are being set up in India, in the multinational industries, they need power. From where they're obtaining the power? They're obtaining the power, generating power from hydroelectricity power stations. So, with the coming up of MNCs, with the establishment of large scale of industries, a huge pressure is put into the water resources. How? Because the water resources are overutilized for processing. The toxic materials, the toxic products of the industries are released or dumped in the water bodies without treating them, and generating power, and that is generated from hydroelectricity power stations. Now, hydroelectricity, what it is causing? It is causing bad quality of water. So the water quality is getting deteriorating. So along with urbanization, industrialization is another issue, is another major concern which is leading to water scarcity. Because they are the heavy users of water. They are utilizing the water for different purposes, for processing, releasing the toxic substances, for generating power, and this is leading to overutilization of water resources, also bad quality of water resources. Now, let us move ahead with the qualitative cause of water scarcity. Now, let us look at the qualitative cause of water scarcity. Now, qualitative means the quality of the water which is available is not fit for human use. A question that comes to our mind, that there are areas or regions where water is available, still they face water scarcity. That means water is sufficiently available, but still water scarcity is a major problem there. What are the reasons? The first reason is the bad quality of water. Now, that means in this region, the water that is available is of bad quality or poor quality, and that is why it restricts the use of water. So that is why the water cannot be utilized for any purpose. Now, what is the reason for this bad quality of water? This water pollution. Now, how this water pollution is caused? It is caused by the dumping of domestic waste, industrial waste, the toxic chemicals released in the water bodies, also by the agricultural waste. This causes water pollution, which leads to deterioration in the quality of water, and thus it becomes unfit for use by human beings. So these are the causes of water scarcity, the qualitative causes of water scarcity. Now, what is the need of the hour? What should we do? We should conserve our water resources. So the need of the hour is to conserve the water resources. That means water scarcity is really a huge problem, a global risk, and we need to conserve the water resources. Otherwise, the overutilization and the mismanagement of water resources will lead to a huge impact on our lives. And the time will come that if there will be no water, as we know that fresh water is very much limited. So as there will be no water, it will be very difficult for the human beings to sustain. So we need to conserve the waters. Why? What is the need to conserve the waters? To safeguard ourselves from health hazards. If the quality of water will deteriorate and we will drink that water, it will lead to health hazards. To provide food security, for the continuation of livelihoods, and also for production. Most importantly, to prevent degradation of our natural ecosystem. So what is the need of the hour? The need of the hour is to conserve our water resources so that it can provide us food security, the continuation of livelihood, and also for production, and to prevent degradation of our natural ecosystem. So I hope all of you understood. In today's video, we learned about water scarcity, its definition, what is water stress, what are the qualitative and quantitative cause of water scarcity, and what should we do, why there is a need to conserve the water resources. I hope all of you understood. Do read the NCERT in between the lines. If you have any problem or any suggestion, you can comment in the comment box given below. If you like my video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe my channel and do click on the bell icon for further notification of my upcoming videos. Till then, stay safe and stay at your home. Thank you.